Hi everybody, I just figured I would pop on with a quick, maybe 20-minute workout, total body, the way I love to train to get everything in, cardio and strength. Just enjoy yourself. We're going to start with a warm-up. You will need a set of weights, but if you don't have weights, you can just kind of get used to the moves without the weights. You'll go through lower body, upper body, core, and cardio in each circuit. We do it twice through. This is a great place to start if you haven't worked out in a while, or you just want to get a taste of everything without intervals that are too long. So I'm going to hit everything today. Grab your water, grab a space, a set of weights, and a mat or carpeted floor, towel, whatever you have. So super excited to be here with you today. So we're going to start with a good warm-up. Again, it will be a little abbreviated, so if you need a longer warm-up, please feel free to take it. So I just want you to stand with your feet a little bit wider than hip distance apart, finding that comfortable standing position, and just find that connection to your core, because you'll hear me talk a lot about breathing and finding that core. Our core is this whole band here that wraps around our center, and it really should be somewhat slightly engaged with all our movements, whether we're picking something up off the ground, reaching for something. Not that you have to have a hard crunch, but you'd want to find that engagement. So just gently bring your awareness there, tucking that pelvis just maybe a little bit, and we're going to start with a nice big deep breath. Exhale. Good. Again, nice and big. If you need to put your fitness tracker on, put it on. This is going to be a little bit of a HIIT workout, meaning you can go hard with it, you can go a little easier with it. Last one, and we're going to roll those shoulders back. This is a typical warm-up for me. Hit everything. We're going to be here for about 3 minutes or so. Like I said, usually I spend a little more time with a warm-up, but today, since it's a shorter workout, if you need more, take more. We're going to tap and reach it up right here. Nice big reach. Now you don't have to go to the beat of the music. You probably hear some music in the background, just to have something in the background, but you don't have to go to the beat. Reach it across. Good. Really opening up through the back. Good. Little toe taps here, and then we're going to keep the toe taps and bring the arms up and just pivot through the hips. Again, that slight contraction through your abdominals. You can go a little slower, a little quicker, but this is going to be quick and short. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Give me some arm circles. Just getting that shoulder mobility. Really nice big circles, and we're going to take it forward when you're ready. Just go forward. Feeling that core a little bit, feeling those obliques as you do those big arm circles. Good. And then just open and close. So we're just going to open, close, just open and close. Couple more. Use your breath here. And we're going to go right into some squats right here. So we're going to go down and up. So squats are great. If you have any knee issues, don't go down as deep, or you can elevate the heels on a set of dumbbells or blocks, just to keep the knees a little bit protected, but we're just getting started. We're gonna go knee and toe touch, knee and touch the toes. Now, if you notice, I didn't go to the toes yet. So I'm just trying to get those hamstrings a little warmer. Good, and as you get warmer, you'll kind of get closer, but you want a nice straight back. 4, 3, 2, core is in nice and tight, and 1. We're gonna have those feet together. We're gonna go lateral lunge. We're gonna go out to the side, reach up. You're gonna feel that inner thigh get a little warmer. The outside leg bends, the inside leg stays straight. I'm reaching my arms up because I wanna get that heart rate up a little bit more. Good. Use your breath. 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, we're just gonna do a little fast feet. We're gonna get that heart rate up a little bit. This is a great low impact way to get the heart rate up. We are going to do some sprinting today in our cardio portion. Everything's 30 seconds though. You can always dial it down or go faster if you're feeling up to it. Good. And then we're just going to tap out right here. Tap, tap, tap. So this is the modification for a jumping jack. If you are good to go, bring it up. You could be right here. Again, you could be right here. Just a few to get warm. 4, 3, 2, we're gonna bring the knees up, knees up. Now this would be low impact. Just driving the knee up, using your abdominals to drive that knee up. And if you want to add a little spring in your step, go ahead. Just getting that heart rate up before we get started. 4, 3, 2, march it out. Good, roll those shoulders. I'm gonna grab a quick drink and we're gonna get going. So I have a set of 10s. Grab whatever you have. For the first exercise, everything is 30 seconds. The first one is going to be one weight, squat side legs. This is your lower body. We'll go to upper body, core, and cardio. One weight at your chest. You can hold it this way too. Okay, I'm gonna hold it right here. Squat with a side leg lift. Notice I'm keeping my shoulders over my hips. If you just want to squat, that's fine too. Ready, 30 seconds. Good, you want to keep that head neutral. Notice I'm not looking up like this. You want to pretend you're looking at something in front of you. Feeling the back of the leg. You don't have to lift your leg too high. Sometimes I do this with a band, like a booty band above the knees, or a latex band at the ankles, a little above the ankles. But we're just getting started today. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Next one, you're gonna do a curl to a press. Okay, for the biceps and the shoulders. Palms right here facing each other. You know what, let's do 2 curls and a press. So curl, curl, press. 30 seconds, let's go. Curl. This would be a hammer curl because the palms are facing each other. So this is a great workout if you're starting out, but it's also a great workout if you just want to move your body a little bit. Now notice from the side, you can go a little slower than me if you like. Oop, I did 3 there. So nice neutral stance. If you need to kickstand it, just a little bit gentler on the back. 4, 3, 2, you're out. All right, core, we're gonna come down to the mat and do some crunches. So we are gonna repeat this so you have a chance to go a little heavier or faster. So we're gonna do a basic crunch. Head, neck, and shoulders up. Fingertips just above the ears. And here we go. Crunch. And I'm lifting from a lifted position. Hips are down. If you want, you can bring the head down. I like to keep my gaze right between your knees, my knees. You don't want to look up because that can make your head heavy. The elbows are wide. Notice I'm not leading with the elbows. And if I didn't need my hands, I can just kind of reach towards my ankles. Come on, stay with it. I'm going to pick up my pace a little bit. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on up. We have our cardio. We're gonna go right back to those jumping jacks. You can go low or high. Remember, low you're here, just tapping out. Ready? 30 seconds, and then we repeat it from the top. Let's go. Now, if you wanna vary it, you can take the arms up and down. Remember, everything's very doable. It's only 30 seconds. Good, remember you can be here. That's fine too. Good. Breathe. You can pick up the pace. Come on. 30 seconds, that's it. That heart rate up feels good. Abs are tight. You're breathing. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk around. Something was banging here. The benefits of a home workout. Get a quick drink. We're going to do that again. All right. Not much recovery time. Weight up. Get ready for that squat side leg lift. Here we go. Maybe you go a little deeper the second time around. I'm going to show you from the side. You want to kind of lift that leg as you come out of your squat. Good. And if you wanted to, you can add an overhead press as long as you feel comfortable with it. Bring those elbows in. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, grab that weight. I'm gonna add a squat to this one. The curl press, 1 curl, 1 overhead press. Weights at your side. Here we go, squat, curl press. So again, if you don't like this one, just do the curl press. I like to amp it up a little bit. Think biceps and shoulders here. Again, this is a great place to start. Or just if you want a quick workout. Come on. 4, 3, 2, press down on those heels, and 1. Nice. Coming down to the ground for those crunches. We're gonna make them side crunches here. So we're gonna reach across. Feet are still down, head, neck, and shoulders up. Here we go. Reach across. So you can exhale as you come up. Come on. Reach, reach. So you want to mix up your core work. So now we're doing crunches, but we're going to work the abs in all different positions. Hand is just there to support the head. If you don't want to do this version, you can go this way. You can bring that knee up. Just a quick little 30-second abdominal section, and we are out. Come on up. All right, I'm gonna change this one to squat jumps. You can do jacks again. So if you don't like to jump, just do a squat with a heel raise. That will really get that heart rate up, and you can add arms to add intensity. 30 seconds, you've got this. I'm gonna do it from the side. Here we go. I'm gonna amp it up by adding a reach to the floor. Notice I'm not rounding when I reach to the floor. I'm not rounding like this or this. So you don't even have to touch the floor. But when you add the arms, it makes it a little harder. You come up on the toes, just like that. Keep it fast paced. You're gonna feel great. You're gonna feel like you worked your whole body. 4 is tight. You can even go down with one hand and up with both. 4, 3, eyes forward. Sit back into those heels. 2 and 1. Take a break, moving on to circuit 2. All right, so I'm winded, you can hear it. Just keep moving. We have deadlifts next. If you aren't a big squat person, you'll love deadlifts. They're great for the glutes, the hamstrings, and the core. You can take one weight or two, recover, while I show you this, okay? So deadlift, it's not a squat. You're not bending deep, but you're hinging at the hip like that toe touch we did in the warm-up, and then you squeeze up. A lot of people do this. Don't do that. Keep your core tight and stay safe. Keep a slight bend in the knee as you come up, and then the hips go back. So think of a glute bridge, okay? 30 seconds. Are we ready? Get your weights, one weight or two, or no weights, and go. So you're keeping your eyes forward. I am bending my knees a little bit, but that's just to get the hips back. So imagine bringing those hips back to facilitate the squeeze on the way up. So push into your heels. This is great for the core. Working the whole back here. Working low back, part of the core. Nice and slow. Typically, I go a little heavier here, but I just want to show you everything real quick. Get in, get out. Good, keep the chest up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. All right, next one is a row, okay, to a fly. So we're really maximizing our time. We're working back and back of the shoulder. So you're gonna keep your weights in front of you. You're gonna row, pulling the elbows back, and rear delt fly. Lead with the elbow. Here we go. Row, fly. Again, you can try it without weights if you're just starting out, or maybe get something heavier. Draw those shoulders back. Come on. Good. Come on. You can go a little slower than me. If I had heavier weights, I'd be going slower. My head is neutral. If you don't like the fly, just do the row. This is usually a little easier right here, pulling the elbows back and then pressing. 4, 3, 2, 1. For a quick workout, I'm really feeling it. We're gonna come down to the mat for a seated twist. So you can do this with your heels down, palms together. We're just gonna lean back and bring that elbow back and up. Just seated twist. That's all it is. Let's go. When you're ready, 30 seconds. Your heels are nice and light. It's a great way to work the core without being in a crunch position on your back if you don't like that. I'm gonna change this on the next one. We're gonna have a weight in our hand, but I want you to get used to that motion. And we're gonna do a different exercise, but for the obliques. So keep those lower abs tight, and you're not putting any weight on that elbow. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're going into knee drives, okay? So this is your cardio. You're gonna have your left foot forward. Next time, left leg forward, slight bend, arm up, knee drive it. Again, it's a great low impact way to get that heart rate up. If you wanna jump it, you can jump it. Take the arms whatever way you want. But notice I'm not back here. I'm on the toe. All this weight's on this left leg. Keep going. So you can bring it up, but I want you to drive this knee up. Even if you're not jumping, get used to contracting the abs and driving that knee up. You're pushing deep into that left leg. Remember, you can be here. Core is working. This leg is working. 4. I like this one. 3, 2, and 1. Next time, we'll do the other side. All right, we're gonna go back to the deadlift. Again, you can grab 1 weight, 2 weights, and grab something heavier. All right, let's spice this one up. Let's go 1 deadlift, 1 squat. All right, sounds good, right? All right, 30 seconds, deadlift, and then a squat. That way you really get to feel the difference. If you are wanting to make this harder, you can rack the weights for the squat, and then you bring them down for the deadlift. So it's a little harder, pushing into those heels, nice long back, and then a really deep squat. But again, if you don't like this variation, you can keep your arms at your sides, or just keep doing and working on the deadlift. Keep squeezing the glutes and hamstrings right there as you come up. Good, come on, circuit 2. We have 2 more circuits after this. And last one. Good job. All right, coming down. Oh, I forgot about the row fly. So for this one, again, row, fly, okay? Before we go to the floor. Okay, ready? Breathe. Remember, you can just do the row, maybe just the fly, and go. I like these 2 together because you're working the middle back and the upper back, okay? If you need a break, you can come up and do a dead row. So it's like a deadlift with a row and then come up. So again, it gives you that little break. You can do that with or without that rear delt fly. So maybe you just want to do the row and come up, okay? Whatever you want. Breathe. Core is tight, neck is long. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on down with 1 dumbbell. You always have the option to repeat the first exercise. Okay, you can pause this, you can go back. You can always repeat, but I like to give a little option if you want to amp it up. Now, we're not going to be leaning back like this. You're going to stay leaning back and just bring that dumbbell down like you're wringing out a towel with your obliques. We have 30 seconds. If you want to make this harder, you want to lift those legs up, still leaning back. If lifting the feet up makes you do this, we don't want to do that, okay? So just stay with your feet down. Slower is harder. Stay on those sits bones and really exhale. Keep those lower abs tight. Really find that end, squeeze it. Again, you can do this with a light weight or no weight, or maybe a just a water bottle. Last one, and good, come on up. We have that knee drive, and then we get a break. All right, right foot forward this time. Again, any arms you want, 30 seconds. You do you. Push into this foot, this toe is down, all the weight's here. Go. It's a good variation. Good. This one is about speed and it's about getting that heart rate up. So I'd prefer if you didn't have a weight here, but sometimes we do this with the weight. But again, if you want to ramp it up, you can make this deeper. If you know how to do it, go ahead. I'm trying to keep it simple here and low impact. I'm telling you, those arms move and really drive that heart rate. 3, 2, 1. You've seen me do that where you're lunging and then bring the knee up. We'll do that next time maybe. All right, take a break, get a sip of water. We are on to the second page. All right. Whew. Get a towel, walk around, give yourself a pat on the back because you're doing great. All right, we're halfway there. Lateral squats. Kind of previewed this during the warm-up. So I'm gonna hold a weight. I'm just gonna hold one weight at my chest. I may change this next time around. You're gonna have a wide stance and you're gonna have your toes facing me. Okay, maybe a little bit turnout, not in a plie. So the weight's here. You don't have to do it with the weight. You're gonna bend. We did this with a step out. Here we're just doing a lateral lunge. You have 30 seconds. Let's go. I just started now with my timer, which is in front of me, which you can't see, but I am staying true to that 30 seconds. So I want you to feel the inner thigh and the glutes. All it is, you're sending the hips back. So you're sending the hips back. Keep your weight up, I'm just showing you. And you're pushing to that heel. So it is a lateral squat lunge, I guess you could call it. But we're not moving. We're just going to deep here, keeping that back straight, shoulders down. Weight's giving us some resistance, last one. Good. This circuit for the upper body is about the triceps. So next time, we're gonna add a lateral raise to this. Let's just do the kickback. So feet apart, you're gonna bring the elbows up. Okay, we're not coming here with a kickback, okay? You keep the elbows up and just bend and extend. Another thing I see, you get going when you're ready, is this. We don't wanna add anything with the hand. That has nothing to do with your tricep. So we're trying to work the back of the arm. If you're having trouble, just go one arm at a time, or just go lighter in your weights. Shoulders are down away from your ears. Core is tight, you have that hip hinge, and you really go to that full extension and bring it in halfway. I'm gonna add to this next time. We're gonna come up and add a lateral raise. It won't be this bad. 4, 3, 2, 1. Remember, use your breath when it gets tough, and take a break when you need to take a break, okay? So this one is a wood chop, okay? It's a narrow wood chop. You're gonna be in an 80-20 stance, so the left foot is down, the right is just on your toe, slightly back, and we're gonna go wood chop right over, okay? And great one for the core. I'm trying to show you some options. You do you, get ready. It's not a big squat, but you want to go up to feel it. Keep your core tight. There's a little bit of momentum, but it's controlled. Good. You can do this with a water bottle. Just get used to the motion. The left heel's down, the right toe is down, but the right heel's up to give you that little angle here. So you can really get that nice line. Really keep the core tight. Notice I'm not leaning back. 3, 2, 1. Next round, we'll do the other side. All right. Skaters, my favorite. You can do them low impact or high. Shoulders back. So you're gonna be here. You're gonna imagine a step in front of you or 2 markers. You're gonna go over, tap it back, tap it back. To make it harder, you let that leg float. To make it a little harder, you dip it down. Ready? 30 seconds. You do you. I'm gonna stay here, and then I'm gonna go a little lower my second round. I like to push those arms and really kind of bound over and have a nice soft landing, toe ball heel. Come on, get that heart rate up. You can even travel it. This is nice to do with a partner too. Come on, it's a one-legged squat. Make sure that knee's bent. 4, 3, 2, rest. I'm gonna get a drink. It's hot in here. It's hot out today. for November. Starting at the top again. Whew. All right, that lateral lunge, I'm gonna change the arms a little. So if you like to hold that weight or no weight, you do that for round 2. I'm gonna have the weight in my right hand, and then I'm gonna switch it when I come up. So notice I'm switching. I'm gonna show you from the side. Otherwise, just keep your weight up. But whatever you do, don't do this, because you're gonna create all sorts of tension in your neck. Core is tight. Breathe. Ready? Go. So now I am pretty warm. So I'm gonna try to aim that weight towards my instep. My toes are still facing front, and I'm really pushing off. My back is straight. I like to bring that other hand out. You're gonna feel inner thighs coming up to the center. You can also do this with no weight at all and just tap down, okay? Nice and slow. Getting into that kind of squat position, hip back right there. 4, 3, 2, you're out. Good job. All right, tricep, kick back to a lateral raise. So you're gonna do your kick back in your hinge, but then you come up, lateral raise, and then you hinge. You're gonna get a little glute here because it's like a skier swing where the glutes are firing as your hips come forward. If you don't like that, do the single or double kick back again, okay? Always an option. Weights up, hinge, and lateral raise. Now notice on the lateral raise, my weights are apart. I'm making the letter L with my elbow. Watch the hand, doesn't do anything on that kickback. So what I see a lot, keep going. I see this sometimes where this happens, not the case. You have that 90 degree here, so you're kicking back, you stand, lateral raise. You can do one arm at a time. Maybe you do right and left. Weights are a little heavier here, so I have my elbow bent. If you had light weights, you could probably do it with a straight arm. Right there. But it's a nice position because you come right to the perfect position from that tricep kickback, last one. So put the weights down. You not only got back of the arm, you got some medial delt right here, a little top of the arm. All right, wood chop. Get your weight. This time take your right foot forward, left toe, kind of like on a diagonal. If you can see, there's a space. We're gonna go right into that wood chop. 30 seconds, hold on to that weight and go. Now you can look at the weight. I'm looking forward, but if you wanna look back there, you can. One side is usually harder than the other, but just watch the weight here. When it goes right over that shoulder, you don't wanna keep going. You don't wanna go here, because then you're gonna hurt your back. So it's really just like you're getting that swing up, you're controlling it, and you control it on the way down. All these things are very important. I know I do a lot of talking when I teach, but I feel they're vitally important. So you're pushing in that right heel, legs are firing too, you're gonna feel that right glute. 4, 3, 2, controlled momentum, last one. Whew, bring it in. Nice. All right, we have those skaters. So if you wanted to, you could put 2 like markers here, just as a guide, something you can go for. I'm gonna go lower, but this is gonna be harder on my legs, and I'm gonna tap my foot down. Okay, so I'm gonna go here, here. So notice I'm staying lower in my legs here. So this is actually harder than when I was here, because I'm not using that many muscle fibers. Go, go, go. You do you. So you can have that leg float, but still be nice and low, okay? So I'm just gonna show you from the side. So I'm a little lower. So I'm letting the leg float, but I could tap it down, but I'm feeling it in the legs for sure. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a break. 1 more circuit. Whew, this might be a little bit longer than 20 minutes, but you're doing great. When I wrote it, I was like, I would add it up to 20, but sometimes with the explaining and the talking, it takes a little bit of time. The good news is we're coming down to the mat. So the first exercise, and I want you to stay up a little bit. especially if your heart rate's high from that cardio burst. We're coming down to glute bridges. Round one, I'm not gonna add a weight. Round two, I might add a weight. If you have like a booty band, you can put it above your knees. Do that next time. Try to show all the basics. All right, so glute bridge, you're gonna feel a lot of the muscles you already worked, but it's another nice variation. I believe in doing different exercises to really hit the muscles in different ways, plus it breaks the boredom factor. Your feet are parallel, heels in line with your glutes. Engage the inner thighs, engage your core, and we're gonna come up and down right there. Just up and down. Might feel easy. You could squeeze, you can maybe lift your toes. But I encourage you to work on your form. Coming up and down. And squeezing. Try to keep those muscles tight on the way down and don't let your knees flare out. I like my feet down, it's just personal preference. Sometimes I will lift them up depending on what we do, okay? Keep going here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. What up? What do we have next? Oh, we have Superman push-ups, my favorite, because it will get the chest. We want to work the chest. It also gets shoulders, really gets everything when you do a push-up, but you're going to get low back in your superhero. So it's a superhero push-up. And I'm going to show you the modification of push-up on your knees, which is really nice. So we're going to do a full superhero. Your toes are going to be relaxed unless you're doing a full push-up. So you're going to lift and lower. We're going to bring it in, come to our knees, push up, go down, lift arms and legs, and push up. If you don't like lifting both your arms and legs at one time, just lift the arms and engage the core, all right? Push up with a superhero. Ready, set, go. So we lift and push up. Lift, I want you to engage the glutes and keep the core tight. All a push-up is a moving plank. So we're lowering that plank. So if you want to, you can keep the toes down. You can come up to a full push-up, okay? And lower down with control, okay? Totally your option. The elbows go back in a push-up, not here, or not here, okay? So lift, get used to the move. This is a great one because it works the whole back too. Last one, good. Come on up. Ooh, all right. We have hip lift bicycle, nice. It's a good one, I love this one. You can also just do the hip lift with the crunch. I like to have my head, neck, and shoulders up. Okay, you're gonna have your legs in tabletop. You lift hips and shoulders, and then bicycle. Lift hips and bicycle. So go hip lift, bicycle. Now, if you don't like that, just do the hip lift. Get this going. To make it a little harder, you're gonna tap the toes down, but as long as your spine is down, you can do that option. Otherwise, just maybe do the hip lift with the crunch in tabletop. But I really like that bicycle. Showing you options. When you bring one leg out, the other leg comes in. So you're really imprinting that spine. Both shoulder blades are up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug it in. Awesome. All right, our cardio is gonna be mountain climbers. Again, this is cardio, but it's also core and upper body. Now, if your hands bother you being on the ground, I'll show you. You can elevate them on dumbbells. So I'll show you that option. You can run your climbers. You can just go knee in, knee in. If neither one of those appeals to you, you're gonna be here, holding a weight here or here, and marching, okay? You're still working the core. If you're just starting out, I would be here with or without a weight, okay? But if you don't like planks, you can totally work in that fashion. You can even run it if you like. All right, I'm gonna do a regular mountain climber, bringing the knees in. You're gonna start in a plank, hands under shoulders. You're gonna bring the knee in, low impact, you're here. High impact, run it 30 seconds. Next time, this is gonna be a cross mountain climber. So I'm really working a lot of upper body here too. Reach to the crown of the head. Now, you don't want to do your mountain climber up here.
So go to the big toes. Come on. And if you're running and you just can't, doesn't mean you don't have to end. You can go to that low impact, okay? Totally, you don't have to finish where you started. 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Sit back, give it a little stretch. Last round. All right, I'm gonna grab a drink. We're going back to glute bridges. This time we're gonna add a weight and we're gonna add pulses, okay? So slide everything to the side. If you don't wanna use a weight, you don't have to. I like to keep it at my pelvis, and we're gonna go up a little, down a little. If you wanna think up and halfway down, that works. But you're breathing and you're holding that weight there, okay? I just like to have my hands there. So just up and halfway down. Again, make sure your feet aren't too far out. If the weight is not for you, just take it out. Okay, no big deal, have your hands back down. But you wanna make sure you're on your shoulder blades, not your neck. Come on. Last round, let's finish it together and then we cool it down. Abs are tight, back of the legs on fire. 3, 2, and 1. Good, bring it down. All right. So we have that superhero with the push-up. We're going right into it. All right. Superhero. I'm gonna show you a variation that keeps it moving a little quicker. I'm gonna keep my arms in goalpost. Ready, set, go. Lift, push up. Lift, push up. Okay, so again, just makes it a little quicker. Keep reaching through the crown of the head. Slow on the way down. Great way to get into push-ups. Remember, you can do a full, right there, and then release and come up. It's a little harder, a lot harder. 3, 2, 1. Sit back, give it a stretch. That was your upper body. And now we're going to core, and then we have cardio, and then we're done. Yay. All right, so it's a good feeling. Not that I want to be done, but it is a good feeling. All right, hip lift to a bicycle. I'm gonna have my legs straight this time. Remember, you could do just the hip lift, do just maybe the bicycle, okay, or any of the other crunches we did. All right, hands behind my head. Notice my hip lift is not like this, okay? We don't want to just get our hips up. We want to use our lower abs to lift the hips. That can be hard. I'm going nice and slow. Getting that core down, making sure my spine is down when I lower the leg. Good, finding that engagement. Few more. Remember, if this is too much, just go to the hip lifts. Oop, forgot what I was gonna do there. Or maybe just the bicycle, okay? With straight or bent knees, and hug it in. Awesome job, come on up. We're going to those mountain climbers. That's it, I'm gonna make it a cross mountain climber. So I'm gonna bring my knee underneath. This is it, we cool down from here. You've got this, 30 seconds. Even if you just hold the plank and get used to holding the plank, that is awesome. All right, so hands on the dumbbells. I'll show you that option again. These are hard, so don't feel that you have to start out with one thing and end with it. So you might start out slow and finish with the run. You might want to start out with the run and then finish with just the lower impact. Ready? Let's get this going. 4, 3, hands under shoulders, abs in tight, and go. And try not to stare at the clock. I like this one because it really hits the obliques. 1. Remember, you can do the standing version, holding a weight or maybe not. Come on, brace those lower abs. They have to be tight here. Arms are working. Come on, bring that knee all the way in. You have 5 seconds, you've got this. Stay on your big toes, not towards the heels. You want to keep your hands right under the shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Oh, hard to do that and talk. Take those weights out of the way. You did it. Sit back into child's pose.
Come forward into up dog. Or if that doesn't work, you can come down to maybe little baby cobra or sphinx pose. Go back and forth between those two. Our heart rate's up. We want to just kind of keep it moving. One breath, one movement. Start to slow that heart rate. Excellent job. So again, if you want to repeat this another time and you don't have maybe the 20 minutes, maybe you do 2 circuits. And then maybe if you have more time, do the other 2. You can break it apart. We all started somewhere. I hope you enjoyed this. I found this challenging, even though it was only 30-second intervals and we really kept it moving. We got everything in: legs, core, upper body, cardio. Feels so good. And breathe. Last one. Come on up. Let's stretch out your hip flexors. So we're going to take one leg forward. If you're on a hard surface, put a little pad under your knee, or really make sure you're at the front of the knee, and then just hold that stretch. For a little more, you can bring your arm up and over. I'm going to stay right here, or you can be here. To get a little bit of rotation, you can have one hand down or maybe put it on a weight and open. And if you need a little more, you can go to a full runner stretch. But I do like to start out with the hip flexor first. Circle that wrist around and then come on down. Good. And we are going to stretch your hamstring. So we're going to take that leg out, hinge at the hip, take it forward. Try not to round, just do the best. You might want to just be up a little higher. This is fine too. Or bring those hands down. Come on up, change sides. If you need more stretching, please take your time. I just like to try to hit everything we worked. Again, you can be here with your rotation, put that knee down, or come to that full runner stretch. Rotate that wrist around and bring it down. Stretch that hamstring. You may have to pick up that heel and bring it forward. If this is just not your fancy, you can also be here and do the traditional standing version of that. Good. Just feel that muscle, let it relax. Breathe into your stretches and come on up. Good, take a nice big deep breath. Lace the fingertips behind you. Press the back of the hand down, just open the chest. It's a great stretch to do when you're at a desk during the day, just feels good, or just any time. Keep your hips forward. You don't want to arch the back here. And then lace the fingertips in front and then just push the world away. Tuck that pelvis a little, make sure your shoulders are down. And then you can take it right or left, see how it feels. Inhale up, exhale, come on up. See if you can come on up without touching the floor. Feet apart, big deep breath. Come halfway down, big deep breath. And release it, roll those shoulders back. If you wanted a couple of more upper body stretches, you can take a tricep stretch right here. Pushing that elbow in and down. Other side. If you need more time, you just take it. Good. You can bring one arm across. This is a nice one. Don't put too much pressure if your shoulders are tender. Just right between that elbow and your shoulder. Other side. Feels nice on the neck too. Awesome. Inhale. All the way down. If it allows, just fold over those legs. Just let everything go here. If this doesn't work for you, just come halfway down right there. And then bend the knees and slowly roll it up. Big shoulder roll. Big deep breath, hands to your heart. Thank you so much. If you want to leave a comment below, this was just a quick workout that you can do if you're short on time, or if you're a beginner and you want to get a little taste of a quick moving workout that I typically do. I mean, I love my strength and I love my cardio, but I love to be able to put it all together and maximize our time together. But if you have any questions, just let me know. Drink some water and I will see you next time.